Good morning, afternoon, evening, etc. Whenever you see everybody, welcome back, Vampire Survivors. Look at this. It's properly screen captured now through, or not screen captured, it's game capture. Who would have thought that that Steam option that I discussed the other day was all I needed to do to actually properly, English it hard. Wow. You know what I mean. Okay, listen, I've already embarrassed myself on this opener. Hey, welcome back. It's time for your daily Vampire Survivors. Okay, honey. Hey, Imelda. Mostly because I don't have enough for Clarice. We haven't won with Imelda. This is my time. This is my hour. We stay hungry, we devour. Hang on, yeah, careful. Gonna end up getting DMCA'd by the Rock himself. Let's do this. Yeah? Yeah. What if we just go to Green Acres anyway, right? Yeah, that's the what if. I'm gonna say no. Let's do Inlaid Library. I know I've like bit the dust on this so many times as Imelda. It's extreme deja vu, but it's gotta be done. This has to be the map we get the dub on. All right, let's do it. Also, dusting the red layer to start here. All right. Give me Fire Wand. We're going with stuff that we know that will work. We're not going for like something wacky that I want to see happen. Like, oh, I can get ebony wings and Pichone and I'll get the Chivo. No, we're gonna get a win. All right. Happy Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. This week kind of blew by. Like really just like zipped by. I'm kind of happy about that. I mean, at the same time, like still extremely stressed because of, some of the things I discussed earlier in the week on the other videos. And I definitely busted my ass today. I worked technically some unallotted overtime, but I guess technically if I show up 20-ish minutes late to work tomorrow or sleep in for that extra time and I don't get paid the overtime, it'll balance out. It's not something I'm willing to do. I don't like, seek out overtime without approval, but there was shit that needs to get done. My boss was out today. I didn't want to like pester her with a bunch of things. I'm like, you know what? I'll just plug my hours. And you know what? If it comes down to it and they're like, hey, we can't give you this overtime, so be it. For this, I'm not going to cry over. It wasn't like an extensive amount of time either. It was like half an hour. That's fine. Now, again, this is very much a do as I say, not as I do scenario. Don't be like that. Like, get your overtime. You've earned it if you're allowed to, collect overtime and you're not a non-exempt position. But I don't know. I'm not going to cry about it. Plus, again, if I get to sleep in 30 minutes on Friday and or potentially leave 30 minutes early on Friday, that one's probably not going to happen, I'll be real. It balances out, right? It all balances out. Okay. Oh. No, I'm like, okay, we can get Clover and then we can potentially get lucky. No. Let's just grab the things we know will work. Why Candelabrador? Axe. And these projectiles getting bigger is a pretty good deal. Like, that's a sweet deal. You feel? Alright. A week around the corner. Anything crazy or fun gonna happen this weekend? Probably not. Is your boy gonna finally get off his ass and do Retopolis and or, anything productive in streaming? Probably not. I may do an extra video of me working on the Retopolis thumbnail, though. That'll be fun. So if you want to sit in like with like background music, of course, or like as a background noise, a 2-hour video of me like screwing around in paint trying to figure out how to make depth a thing, maybe that'll be for you. I don't think I discussed how long it took to make the thumbnail for Vampire Survivors, and I know it's not that impressive, but that's kind of the point. That took me 3 hours. Like, no cap, 3 hours. I'm not very good at art. I don't know if I ever told the hand turkey story from my college days, but I just like distinctly remember one of my friends being like, it's Thanksgiving, it's time to make a hand turkey, and she gave me a piece of paper, she's like, Tim, make a hand turkey. And I struggled for like easily an hour of my free period at lunch, or not lunch, sorry, but just, in between classes. And I went through so many reams of paper, or I guess just sheets technically. If I went through reams of paper, or is it reams? I don't know. Don't at me. Just in frustration that I couldn't draw a turkey to save my life with my hand. That's something a kindergartner is supposed to be able to do. Not me. Art is not my forte. But I am having fun making these paint thumbnails. I did something similar with Hades back in the day when I just wanted to ramble on and talk about Hades and life. I drew Zagreus in paint. That one came out pretty good. Right? Maybe? Okay. Well, I'll be doing that for Ratopolis. Probably. Again, nothing promised. But if I actually do that, then that's like one step closer to me actually playing the goddamn game and recording it, because I'll already have something I created for it. Now this is the way. This is the future of YouTube thumbnails. Forget the, you know, look at this red arrow and like the white blurred outline of the person's face that is recording the video, you know? You know what I'm talking about. Let's shake it up. Let's do crudely drawn paint thumbnails. And then like mix in the other background from the actual thumbnail for the game since, you know, you don't want to draw everything in paint if you're me. Like if you look at this thumbnail for this, you know, playlist on YouTube or whatever, you can see that's exactly what I've done. I got to the point where I was drawing the Whip Ward, and then I finished him after 3 hours. I'm like, okay, there's a bunch of other stuff on the screen here. Am I going to take the time to draw this? With how much frustration I had just trying to get the arms right in this guy, I just said, fuck it, let's just mesh them together, and boom, good to go. Begs the question, am I going to do something for the, again, more than likely inevitable, but also fingers crossed, or nothing promised, I should say, for the Risk of Rod series? Yeah, maybe. But the thumbnail I already got for that, I kind of like paintified it as is, and you know, it's good enough. It's got my boy Rod on there. Maybe on some of the future thumbnails, if I want to like go with like the YouTube meta, I'll do the blur or like the white outline on like my commission that I'm doing here with Polaris or Shadow Polaris, and start putting those out there. That'll be unique all its own. I think I need to actually talk to him about that, because I don't think there's anything in his terms of commissions that says I can or cannot use it for my own personal needs, but you know, it's a courtesy thing to ask the artist that makes your art to do that in the first place, because at the end of the day, if they want to still claim it as their art, that's totally fine. I mean, it's something that is drawn of me, so I can say it is me. You know, respect the artist's work. Some people are like that, some aren't. I didn't clarify with them. Definitely got to do that. But if I get the okay, then you know what? I mean, I may as well use it, right? It's not going to be a D&D character thing alone. Which, for the record, if I think I've talked about it before, but it's literally just going to be me in Shadow Polaris' style, in office wear, looking jaded as hell, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So if I can find a D&D use for that, then okay, I guess I will use it, which I definitely can. Also, forgive me, I'm like stupid itchy. This entire week, I've had a bunch of itching fits. I don't know why. Like, a part of my body's gonna be like, scratch me. And I'll scratch it, and it's like, alright, now scratch me harder. It's like, okay. Alright, I'll scratch you harder. And they'll scratch me again. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. And then for like an hour straight when I'm trying to take a nap, I can't, and I'm losing my mind. Help. Okay. Just ignore it, it'll go away. Also, I was taking this time to scratch myself because I don't know if I want any of these. I don't really want King Bible. But that may end up being the route we go down. Yeah, it probably is, because I want to get other weapons that'll synergize with the unlocks I already have. So yeah, King Bible it is. Because I don't want to like fill up more of these spaces and not get spinach. I need my meatball. I need my spaghetti and meatball, you know? My spaghetti and meatball. Oh, by the way, I wanted to also clarify that I'm still itchy. Losing my goddamn mind. My statement about Mario Kart 9 yesterday, apparently, again, I didn't watch the full Switch, so this is just me going off of what my friends are saying. There isn't actually a Mario Kart 9, it's just DLC for 8. So, sorry I misinformed you, but at the same time, like, fucking Lamau. People are getting Nintendo something fierce. Something fierce. I'm not paralyzed by my decision here right now, though. I'm just really friggin' itchy. Santa Water. What was the upgrade for that? I don't remember. Oh, it was Astrolabe. Just give me the magic wand. Let's make room for Jesus. I mean, make room for the axe, I should say. We already got Jesus. King Jesus. Alright, and we'll walk in, and we'll walk in. We're gonna get this chest. I'm gonna freaking scratch myself and hydrate in this time. It's just... I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why I'm so freaking itchy this month. If it's not one thing with me, it's another. Like, last year in May, for literally the entirety of May and like a good part of June, I was breathing in and smelling like the scent of, like a burning scent in charcoal, and it drove me insane. I actually got like a nasal spray that is meant for when you're like legitimately sick with some sort of ailment, not some psychological issue. Just so I can actually breathe, because everything legit just smelled like it was on fire, like cigarettes, like charcoal. I was losing my goddamn mind. And you know, when you have like a weird, you know, air quote condition like that, what does like every, you know, standard American do when they have some sort of situation? Go to a doctor? No, not at all. We're going on WebMD and we're going to diagnose ourselves. And, you know, My scenario may have ranged from I may have cancer or, you know, I may be having a stroke, so who knows, right? At least that's what WebMD told me. It ultimately passed, but it just drove me insane. Like, the amount of nasal spray I had to use was obscene. And definitely not for, like, the right purpose, but it helped, you know? It helped. Might have killed, like, some of my nose nerves, if that's a thing. Because that thing burnt. Like a menthol burny feeling. Is menthol like a medical thing? Or is it something exclusive like Marlboro cigarettes? This is the only time I've ever seen, like, and it's menthol. We can do our alt-tab bit now. Menthol. I mean, it's a cigarette, but like, how is this pronounced? I feel like I'm saying it 15 different ways and it's not right.
Menthol.
Menthol. Alright. My literacy continues. Yeah, is it a cigarette-only thing? Or is it like an actual, you know, flavor, scent of things that aren't cigarettes? I guess I could have looked in the time I was Googling there, but where's the fun in that? Someone can explain it to me, or I'll just look it up when I get bored later on. Dude, I'm not joking right now. My entire body's making me want to lose my goddamn mind. Wrists are itchy, my back's itchy, my foot's itchy, and I just can't. I can't. Is something wrong with me? Do I need to go on WebMD? Why am I so itchy? Like, knowing WebMD is probably gonna be like, okay, yeah, you might have chlamydia. It's like, okay, thanks. Thanks. Can someone explain to me why I'm actually itchy now? Because I guarantee you it's not friggin' chlamydia. Oh, careful, red lady. Back it up. I just want to not itch randomly. Right, it's fine. This is a game we can play with one hand. It's good. We're good. We're chilling. I could go for some garlic on this run. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the book's already doing nice, but garlic will let me get another layer of like idleness when inevitably like this gets too much. And I don't want to pause the video too much. You already know these runs tend to go on for way longer than they should. There's that spinach, so our fire wand is ready to become a meatball spaghetti underneath one. Listen, I was already going down the path of saying it, I just had to finish it, right? Yeah, so we used that SpongeBob reference for like the 10th time in the past 2 weeks. Yeah, you know, whatever. SpongeBob is a pastime of my millennial generation. If you're not quoting SpongeBob, what else are you quoting? You know, what other obscure, or not obscure, but like well-known cartoon you watch as a kid, Fairly Odd Parents? Yeah, there's a bunch of quotes there. But like, you know, what else am I gonna quote? I can't quote Gravity Falls. I haven't seen it. It was just on the cusp of me stopping to watch, or stop watching cartoons such as that. Which again, still on the list of things to do. I'll get around to it. You'll know when I've watched it. It's probably gonna be something I won't stop talking about when I actually do see it. Or at least it'll give me some sort of banter material. That and Konosuba. I feel like Gravity Falls is still going to come first, but the accessibility for Konosuba, because, you know, there's a variety of websites out there for anime, apparently. And listen, if you know, right? Where you can watch that sort of thing. I'm not the most versed on that world of anime consumership. Where do I go? Do I go to a Crunchyroll or a Funimation, you know? You can't go to either of those. You're going to hear it in dub. I was told the dub's not that bad, but I do want to watch it in Japanese when I do watch it. There's only ever been like one good... Okay, this is like an extreme because it's not true, but in my opinion, there's only been like one superb, I should say, or preferred anime to watch in dub, and that's Ghost Adventures. And that's because it actually makes it bearable and enjoyable to watch instead of what the actual intent of that show was. You know? Very boring purple hair psychic girl, or very interesting religious psychopath like purple hair girl. You tell me which one sounds better. Oh. Okay, garlic's online. I think we're good. I think we're big chillin' now. Hell yeah, look at that. This is the time to get levels. Yeah, we'll yup the garlic. Probably closer to Bible anyway. We'll get the garlic. Now I wish I got the HP regen, since this would get me another yup grade. Oh well, not the end of the world. Ain't gonna cry about it. Ooh, red gem. Get me that red gem. Wait, what do I need to upgrade the Bible? It was an astrolabe, right? Or a tract orb. What? I've gone to the same IGN article like multiple times. Vampire. Survivors. Bible upgrade. It's like in the search history because I keep doing this. Oh no, it was Spellbinder. Yeah, it's Spellbinder as soon as I get here. Right. A tract orb is for the holy water. I remember after I Google it. Bibble, please. Nobody can add me for like Googling this game now. I'm at the point in the game where I wanna win and unlock stuff and just get ready for the updates like everybody else that plays this game. Instead, I'm like back here trying to get a win with goddamn Imelda still. This game's been in the public sphere for about 3 weeks now, and I'm still playing Imelda for Christ's sake. Send help. Alright. Lion fidget spinner, don't mind if I do. Alright, he's been completely dusted. And it's a triple, no clovers required, baby. There it is. Meatball wand unlocked. Just like give me a second longer. You already know why. Ooh, save me. Wait a minute. I need empty tome apparently. I just tabbed back into my cheat sheet there. Apparently Holy Wand is now an empty tone upgrade. I mean, it makes sense. Spinach was way too valuable if you can 2-for-1 it like I was, or you were able to before. I should be able to find an empty tome on this map eventually. We'll get there. Alright, oh look at that. Alright, let's stockpile. In moments like this, we do not need to worry about playing the game at all. The game will play itself. Keep stacking, keep stacking. We're good, keep going. Alright, good enough. Bracer. We're still trying to get the axe. Yeah, give me Bracer again. Alright. Gul'dan. And look at the meatball damage, dude. This meatball damage is so good. Sound like freaking Captain Flowers out here with how much I'm saying meatball. We got the big old meatball comp here on TSM, and then you got a meatball comp here. Look at Fudge on that meatball character. Again, this is more like league commentary most of you probably don't care about, but if anyone kept up with LCS back when it was like the thing to do, which I think it still is to some extent, just less for me. Anytime Captain Flowers would cast, like his signature like thing that stuck out to me was always when he mentioned the meatball of a champion out there, the big beef ball of HP that was the front line. Big old meatball, brother. That and Skarner. Those are the two defining traits. Give me more spinach. That's damage up. Damage is good. We like damage in this house. Alright. We're doing mighty well here. Mighty fine, I do say myself. Very good. Tomorrow being Friday. Oh yeah, Neon Divide's on tomorrow. So I've talked about... choking on my own words here. I've talked about it before, but you know... I watch a variety of like VR chat RP stuff just because it can be actually be interesting, depending on if whoever is trying to make a story is actually making something original and not like, you know, sort of seen it before type of scenario. I'll be honest, there's a lot of them like that already, but you never know what you're gonna get. Their mileage may vary. Comes back tomorrow. I am excited to see what this season holds. Should be a good watch. Alright, grab that. Go ahead and get me spinach. Just get the empty tome. I'm like, I can get a free one later. No, just get it now, dude. It's fine. The Holy Wand's gonna upgrade because you have the chest right there. This was the play. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, and my itch, as long as I like treat it like the game and I don't acknowledge it, I will not be itchy, right? Oh, Tim, you made me lose the game. How old are you? If you literally said that when I said the game, how old are you? All right. How bored are you? I'm not trying to be mean, but like I never cared for the game conversation from any of my peers, no matter how old I ever was. Right? It is just like this conversation we're having, talking about the game when I was like 15, 16, 17, however old. it was a waste of oxygen. You know, that's a very harsh way to say it. But it's like you're not even having a conversation. You're just like repeating some obscure circle jerk that doesn't matter. If that makes me anti-fun, so be it. I don't know why this makes me so mad. It's just because it truly... Ugh. Like, why? Why did people do that? Oh, Tim, why you know, you're being like a real stick in the mud here. It's just something kids did for fun. But talk to each other about something relevant. Play a video game. Do ganja. I don't know. What do kids do when they were 15 at that time? Anything, but instead of just sitting there, be like, oh, damn, I lost the game. Oh, shit, chain reaction coming in. I lost the game. I lost the game. You've been there. Surely I can't be the only curmudgeon out there that's like this, right? Right? I've never once uttered, like, unironically, oh, I lost the game, right? It's like, just... Is it just me? Is this a pointless tangent? I mean, it is, but, like, it still makes me mad. Mostly in part because, like, I voiced these same concerns to my various friends at the time, and they would always just, like, harp on it and really let me know that they lost the game, and it was like, alright. Let me know when everyone here wants to have an actual conversation or do something, alright? Yeah. I'm just saying. Alright. Do I get heated about pointless and random things? Yeah, absolutely. This is 100% in that camp. It's the goddamn truth, right? Someone validate me. I went on like a very obscure and weird tangent. I need some validation here. I'm gonna message Rodrigo to watch my video later and validate me in the comments. Please. Please do so, sir. So we haven't picked up this chest yet because we're in Gem City right now. We're in EXP heaven. I want to make sure I will guarantee get an upgrade when we pick that up. Hey, you know what? Give me the laurel. Oh, that way that takes a weapon slot up. Well, piss. Take the laurel away. I no longer want it. I forgot that it takes up a weapon slot. That should work out, though. We still have space for a, the garlic upgrade, so we should be good. Yeah, this will work out. It'll be fine. Alright, alright, alright. Lots of gems, lots of gems. Give me more laurel. Give me an axe. Give me that. Alright, we now have a guaranteed upgrade. I am going to squeeze myself over here. Grab that. Oh, the ankle itch. No. Alright. Thank you kindly. Wait, that's not... that's not garlic. Hang on. I'm stupid. I'm so very stupid. I wasn't even close. Just because I got it didn't mean I had enough garlic. Alright. Well, Dusa showed up here, so we'll get another upgrade. It's fine. Not the end of the world. Listen to that. You hear the sound of me picking up all this experience? Dopamine. That's bliss right there. Love it. Scrounge them all up. Okay, there's garlic. One more garlic. All we need is one more garlic. And that red gem will probably do it. Excellent, alright. Now we dust Dusa. Get that Swiffer out there, give him the Dusa dusting. The double D. Come on. There we go. Easy, it's a triple. Clovers be damned. Who needs clovers? Not me, not this guy. I'm a king. I'm a champ. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. We've got the final Dragon Ball. We're here. Alright, next on the list is the X's. We're a little further away on that. Actually, no, we're ready. We are ready for the axes. Disregard. I am a liar. Let's get that. Now, mind you, we need a boss upgrade or a Chesticus to partake in that. We're only 16 minutes in. This is going to be a new moon record for like how quickly we topped out our build. Yeah, getting to triple chest definitely helps. You know, pat myself on the back here. Ideally not make it itch. Did pretty good on this run so far. I'm talking like it's over, and you know, I've never like choked these runs away before, clearly. You know, it's seeming like a pretty one run. You know? We're not gonna upgrade the Holy Bible, yeah, that's my bad. That's for sure my bad. But beyond that, like, it's pretty good. It's very good, Mr. Team. when you're gonna join the basketball team. You may be thinking, do I ever like have any other thoughts running through my head? I mean, it depends on the day. Like every time I think of my driver's ed teacher from my driver's ed teacher from high school, it sticks with me for a while. I've told this story to my friends many a time, and many a time again and again and again, especially when like it's relevant. In fact, I'll probably tell them about it tonight. Yeah, Laurel. Alright, where's the stone helmet? I will gladly grab it. Yeah, we'll kill these guys. They're close on the screen. Why not? There you go. Looking good. Looking pretty. Living life. New York City. Get me Laurel. Laurel, please. Now, what do I do for 13 whole minutes? It's really like a lot of nothing, right? I could probably do like my bit of like going AFK, idling off and like getting some more water, because I am down to like half a water bottle here. That may not be enough for your boy. Yeah, get Laurel. Got to max out Laurel. Good. Just realized we didn't have a chance of getting the prism item on this run. That's normally like a guaranteed grab every time as well. Just didn't show up this time at all. Not even once. Alright, the gem world has dried up here. Let's get into these line fidget spinners and really start collecting. There we go. Oh, alright. Thank you for the floor chicken. Hey, a witch! Excellent. I need you to die. Come here. Walk into the meatballs. Meatballs and the axes, preferably. There we go. Yeah, let's get right under her, and then we'll just chuck the axis at her. Boom. Insane DPS. Dun, 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 dun. Axe upgrade. Alright. And that's more or less every item upgraded. If I didn't get bracers, I probably could have gotten the Bible as well. That's okay. This is still a pretty good run. Is lit. The kids still say that, and by that I mean, like, just Soju. I haven't watched a Soju stream in a while, but I'm assuming he's still saying the exact same things. It's lit, big chillin', what the fuck? And whatever else he says these days. Oh, it's a first. How can you forget it's a first, or it's an eighth? It's only ever a first or an eighth. Alright. Get me a candelabra door. Look at how big the circle is. Huge. It's a huge circle. Haven't seen a stone mask anywhere either. Can we just appreciate, or like not appreciate, but like appreciate hyper mode technically of how much money you can get from it? Look at this. I'm barely cresting 1,000 and this run is insane. If this was hyper mode, I'd probably have 10 grand right now. 10 grand easy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The game demands you play on hyper mode only if you want to grind out the meta game. I mean, to be fair, I should just be doing it on hyper mode at all the times. At all the times? At all times. Dude, English is hard. No cap. Public speaking is even harder, but if I'm gonna be honest, I got that down pretty well. If you ever look at you know, a streamer, public speaker, politician, whoever does a lot of speaking in a public sphere, i.e. public speaking, take note of how many verbal pauses they do, the ums, the you-knows, the ehs, right? And again, you don't bully someone on that, even though I just said you know, don't at me. Because it's a means of speaking. Verbal pauses are just a normal way people speak. Unless you're truly going out of your way to seek out how many verbal pauses a person does, you probably don't really notice it. But if you're actively like trying to see how many times does this person do use a verbal pause, give yourself a count. I guarantee you in like a span of, let's say a 2-minute speech, right? 2-minute speech, or I mean, I don't know how you phrase it, but like a paragraph of conversation, or if you're just speaking with a friend in general, just take note. Like, give yourself a mental note and take note how many times that person uses a verbal pause. If it's like under 10, pretty good. I qualify that as a good speaker. There's more to speaking than, of course, not having verbal pauses. Actually knowing your content and rehearsing beforehand is a big piece there. But the verbal pauses, that's one thing I learned in my various public speaking classes that colleges require you to go through, like you're getting ready to be the next presidential speaker, I don't know, CEO of some big important company. I mean, did you know, if you not realize we live in Las Vegas? The only public speaking a lot of us probably end up doing is at the casinos, when we're dealers, or bartenders. Which in the hindsight is actually not that bad of a gig, it's just not everyone wants to do exactly the same thing and be subservient to any individual that ever comes here on a whim because they're like, yes, I appear to have a lot of expenditures that I don't need to worry about. Let me just frivolously spend money on those slot machines, yes. Or sorry, like a table, not a slot machine. Only millennials get the slot machines because we don't want to talk to people. Me. Well, wealthy people that come to Vegas, it's a dichotomy in my brain, and I'm not even using the word right, I'm just trying to fill space because I don't want to do any verbal pauses, because now I'm being self-conscious. But I love my wealthy people, my wealthy tourist goers. They keep the city alive, they allow me to exist in this desert with no state tax, which is quite nice. I mean, I'm not going to friggin' Elko, are you kidding me? At the same time, some of the worst people you could probably ever meet end up down here in Vegas, especially on the Strip. Because as is, the average American probably doesn't have your best interests in heart. The person that's coming here to piss away, you know, 6 grand figures of money, they probably don't care about you on a higher plane. They extra don't care about you. This is a very West Coast perspective, by the way. I have a friend that lives somewhere in... God, where do you live, James? Virginia? West Virginia? I forget. Somewhere over there that's like, not technically south, but it's like within the sphere of south, I guess. Yes, I said that in a very distinct way. Don't laugh at me. I said sphere. It was deliberate. No, I'm not going to say it again. Don't laugh. But he's the kind of person that lets us know whenever we're chatting with him. The community he has, where people are like out there being like, oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, hi, neighbor. Like, you know, you're getting your Paperboy's newspaper that he threw at your door at 5:30 a.m. just trying to get some extra spending money. Like it's fucking 1776 or whatever. That's not the right year, but you know what I mean. He's like, oh yeah, people are like pretty friendly to each other. We know our neighbors. We get along. It's like, wow, that's so bizarre. For someone living in Vegas, that is just a very absurd thing to hear. And it's not to say like, I don't know any of my neighbors or I'm not friendly with any of my neighbors. I know a handful of my neighbors around here. But like, no one here is going out of their way to be like, oh, hey, neighbor, how's it going? You know, getting like your Wisconsin accent picked in there so you can really let them know that you're trying to do some small talk. But apparently that's a more common thing on the east and or south coast of America, so weird. I'll just say that. And again, it's a very Vegas perspective, a very West Coast Vegas perspective. Probably applies to California as well. Also in part, because if any stranger's going up to you trying to like talk to you or have a conversation, they still don't have your best interest in mind. They're not just trying to make small talk. They're probably trying to sell you their mixtape. I'm not joking. They probably have some shitty rap that they want to sell to you. And if you're like me, and you're too kind and you give people the goddamn time of day, you're going to be out 20 bucks, and you're going to have some high quality music that you can't even listen to because computer doesn't have a CD drive. It's 2022. I don't have a CD drive. Are you insane? Where am I going to listen to this? My Walkman? My what? iPod came out in 2006. Walkmans died. They died when I was friggin' born. Even though they, you know, I remember my sister having a variety of NSYNC albums, but besides the point. Why are they handing out CDs? Ain't no one's gonna play a CD, are you kidding me? What about the CD player in their car? Ooh, you wanna put a CD player in your car? Your car's gonna get broken into. Are you insane? This is Vegas. You gotta think. These poor rappers, these poor artists, struggling to get, you know, nice guys like good old Tim out here to grab and listen to their music, don't even realize that even if they got $20 out of me, which for the record, I've never actually given anyone any money, because even though I'm like the kindest soul, the amount of times I experienced that in my public life was when I was in college. I didn't have any money to give them, so it's like, alright, cool. Did they still give me the music? Yes. Did I listen to it? No, but I haven't had to run into that in my more adult life. And at this point, I'm still not going to give them money because I'm just too jaded as fuck to really be nice to every single individual that, you know, throws words my way, kind or otherwise. It's like, okay, that's great. No, I don't want your stuff. Anyway, the point of the moral of the story here is, don't talk to people in Vegas. They don't want to talk to you. They're probably trying to sell something to you, or get drug money, or some variety of things. Again, this is, you know, disclaimer. This is a little bit of satire, a little bit of an extreme take, because it's not all like that. There are actually some very genuine people out here. It's just probably more rare and uncommon compared to, you know, good old West Virginia, you know? Yeah. Anyway, good conversation. Great conversation. I don't know if it's like that in other parts of the world. Again, even if I didn't live purely on the West Coast and I had other American coast perspectives, is it like that in places in Europe? Or Asia? I mean, you know, when it comes to videos on Asian culture, I only really can go off of whatever the YouTube algorithm really wants to throw my way. Like my friend Sogu, or sorry, I might be, hang on. You know what, let's give him the respect because his videos keep getting put on my feed here. What is your name? It's my friend Blank. It's a guy who lives in Japan, and he's like, here's, you know, and you've seen them all. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. It's like, here's how you should speak when you're in Japan. Here are 5 things that Japanese people hate Westerners for doing. And I shouldn't say it's like a one-size-fits-all, because there's actually a lot of, like, disagreement and varying opinions when it comes to that from people that are like, I am Japanese, I live here, this is not how it is, to like, a polyglot, and no offense to polyglots, because I'm not even trying to be rude to them, but like the polyglot that lives there is like, here's things that they hate, and it's like, okay, who do I believe? Who is telling the truth here? It could be either of them. Do I believe the guy that's literally Japanese that's saying it's not really like that, or do I believe the person that's been living in Japan for the past 10 years that's like, yeah, no, these are the like things they really hate, don't do these. If you do, they're gonna see you as an ignorant foreigner, etc. It's all taken with a grain of salt. Now, ideally, I do listen to both sides on that. There are some things that are very clearly the norm, right? You don't wear your friggin' shoes in a Japanese household. You don't dirty up the mats, right? That's one that I think is universally agreed upon. As far as I know. I don't know. I'm not going to Japan anytime soon in my lifetime. If ever, if I'm being honest. You take those things with a grain of salt. Someone might be telling the truth, and some people might just have had that experience. You never know. Japan would be a fun place to visit, but I just have too much white shame, I should say, of wanting to go anywhere. Is that the right word? White shame? I'm very aware of, like, you know, the privilege I have, I guess is the best way to phrase it. I'm not trying to make this into, like, a piece. I'm just very aware of, like, how lucky I am, based on the color of my skin, is what I want to say. And I don't want to impose or upset any cultures with my presence, I guess. I don't know if I'm phrasing this the right way. I don't know. I'm just kind of ashamed of being American, if I'm being honest. I don't think there's an easier way to say that. It's like, yeah, I love my country. Kinda. America's great. I mean, it's a pretty good place to live, barring, like, the lack of pay for the generation and the means of actually going to the doctor and having to pay for a car and not being able to afford a house, or potentially ever going to live in a house and having to fork over a bunch of my pay to some guy as like a monthly rental thing for a place that I'm not even going to actually own, which is going to be judged based off my credit score, which is already shit because I had bills that I never paid in college. Now, barring all that, it's still pretty great. Like, look at me. I'm still living at home playing video games. I'm not the happiest I've ever been, but I'm pretty alright. I'm pretty happy with things. Would I want it to be different? Absolutely. Can I take the steps right now to do that? Absolutely. Will it decrease the financial quality of my life? 100%. But it's still a pretty great place to live. I mean, I'm not gonna... Let's go. Let's go. Hold that thought. Let's go. Hydrate. It's gonna be 5 bags of money, but who cares? Spawn dually. Spawn dually. Yeah, despite all the things I listed, at least I don't have, like, a high chance of getting shot. As part of, like, a civil as part of a war, I should say. You gotta phrase this a few ways. It's like, is there a chance I get, you know, killed over, like, a civil uprising in America? Well, as of lately, yeah, there's probably a chance of that. Is there a chance of just me getting shot in America? Yeah, that's actually pretty high in Vegas as well. Is there a chance that I'm gonna get, like, shot as a result of an ongoing war? That's probably the least likely way I'm gonna get shot, which means I have a immediately higher quality of life in terms of safety. So for that, I will be thankful. The other parts of, like, America could be better, like, you know. Forgive the college debt already, guys, come on. I'm not even someone that has college debt, and this is not a flex. I'm saying that as someone who doesn't have the college debt. Let the people that do, give them a break. Some of them are trying to be nurses out there. I have friends that are nurses or becoming nurses. It's like, oh yeah, yes, I see we have a serious pandemic on our hands here. That'll be $15,000 so you can become a certified individual to help us out with that. By the way, we're also going to overwork you to no end. Okay, now make sure you say the Pledge of Allegiance every time you go to school. Like, okay. Love my country. I pledge allegiance to the flag. The United States of this check is not going to be covered. My bank is not going to accept this because my loans are going to consume it all. Okay, game's getting really laggy here, but I'm having a good time. I've been rambling on this entire time. We're already at like the peak point of the game as well. And I haven't been sweating it at all. This is an S tier video. Fill out your bingo sheet. I know I saved it for the last few minutes of the video, but fill out your goddamn bingo sheet there. This is a top tier recording. I'm proud of this one. I'm gonna sleep well, barring like me getting extremely itchy for no reason. This is great. I love this. This is great. Okay, my game is actually chugging right now. What's the OBS say for frames? I can't actually look because I want to look. Where are my frames? Wait, it's not going to show it on OBS. I'm stupid. Yeah, it would show it if I had the Steam FPS counter on. Oh well. How much money are we ending with? 3.5k? Embarrassing. Hyper mode of bust, apparently. We're gonna kill this guy. You ready? Are you ready for this? Reaper! Reaper! Alright. Reaper. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. This was a great one. I thoroughly enjoyed this. And we won with Imelda. Good dialogue, good banter. I won. Single run. Is beautiful. Is 15 different types beautiful. Wow, that's really expensive now. I kind of screwed myself on that, huh? Yeah, maybe a little. Here's what we will do. Boom. 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 Next time, Clarice. Interesting. Let's just take a quick peek. Oh Jesus, really? If you say so. Okay, and then this is the bone guy. I know about the bone lord. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I want you to enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, etc., whenever it is for you, and we will see you all whenever for the next one. Take it easy, everybody.